Well, good morning, YouTube. This is Marcus here with AllenValley, and coming to you today to do another shave soap review, continuing with the theme from the Ohio Wet Shavers Meetup. I have another soap that was exclusive to the Ohio Wet Shavers Meetup. The soap is from Adopted Acres Soap Company. And excuse me. Oops. And this one is called Imaginarium. You can get that. This is a tribute to citrus, musk, and smoky woods. Ohio Wet Shavers Meetup 2025. So right off the top, this is very citrusy, very musky. There's some florals in there for sure, some like white florals, and smells very clean, very fresh. So looking forward to that. You'll have to forgive me, I actually kind of have my setup already going here. So with today's brush, I'll be going with the Zenith. Actually do this way. The Zenith boar brush with the green handle. It's also, I believe, from Sterling Soap Company. Have their logo on there. I have my red shave bowl from Etsy, which I got water in it, so I'm not going to show that to you right now. But that's a solid bowl. Today's razor, I am using a Mula black handled 3-piece safety razor with a Mula blade in it as well. So you can get that. There. If the camera will pick it up. I don't think so. Also picked up at the PIF table at the Ohio Wet Shavers Meetup. So this is an entire Ohio Wet Shavers Meetup setup that we got here. I also have the Imaginarium aftershave splash. See if you can get it. Here we go. It's a little bit better. Which smells very nice. It smells pretty much exactly like the soap. I think there's more florals to this than are stated, but that's just one person's opinion. Of course, I have the Harry's post-shave balm. Again, I have a couple bottles of this. I use this when I don't have like a balm to match, because I do like a post-shave balm. And of course, as the previous video, I have an Art of Shaving pre-shave oil. Helps with the glide of the razor across my face. And then an first to the channel, which I would like to do more, introduce a little bit more fragrance, eau de toilette, eau de parfums. But this one, Imaginarium eau de parfum. Yeah, it's an EDP. This is a 10 ml decant, also given with the set. There we go. Now this one's got more of the woods on the, at least from just smelling the atomizer. So again, this is an entire Ohio Wet Shavers Meetup shave. I'm going to try to introduce a 1 to 5 rating on these soaps, fragrances, aftershaves, all that stuff, just as a whole. And we'll just see how that goes. It's my first stab at that, so let's get started. So, as before, I like to wet my soap in the actual water, wet my brush, give it a couple of taps, and I'll start working it. Now this is kind of a smaller tub. I believe this is a 2-ounce tub. Yeah, 2-ounce shave soap tub. That's good sound. I picked a huge brush for this 2-ounce tub, but that's all right. We'll make it work. How's everybody doing out there in YouTube land today? Hopefully your day is going well. I'm filming this on a Tuesday, and we'll probably post it on YouTube on a Wednesday. That's some good lather right there. So then, again, as before, when it gets to about this point, I like to just dip the head of it in some water and continue to lather. And I'm actually holding the brush in the tub over the bowl so that any sort of excess suds drip into my container. Alright. I think we built a pretty decent lather. It smells really good off the tub as it's suds, as the lather builds. Excuse me. This is kind of a softer soap than I had anticipated. Excuse me. And as I mentioned before, if you hear little footsteps or little voices, I do have 2 kids. And so I usually, like I said, I wet the whole shave soap tub and then just pat it dry off the outside. Alright, so here we got a brush bowl. I'm just going to start working that lather. There we go. It's building a nice good lather for me here. Much like I said in the previous video, a thirsty soap is a good soap. This is a thirsty soap, so I'm just dipping a little more water in there just so I can get a good lather built here. But the brush is very much loaded and ready to go. Oh yeah. Get a little more aggressive with the working on the lather building. Oh yeah, that's nice. Look at that. That up pretty good. Again, I'm testing out new lighting, but the lights are directly over where the phone is, so we're just gonna have to work with that. Alright. Got my pre-shave oil. Again, I use just about a dime size amount. And then I think I will wet the face and begin. So again, hopefully everybody's doing great out there. Hopefully you had a great weekend. and a great Monday. Again, it is now Tuesday for me when I'm filming this. It is my day off. I am a sales consultant for automotive, so I get, here in Indiana, we cannot sell cars on Sunday. And so I always get Sundays off, and then one day of the week of my choosing. So that is Tuesday for me. So, all right, got the brush. Let's get to shaving. Yeah, this lather is really nice. Nice thick coating, which is what I like. Provides that protection for the blade gliding across your skin. And as I mentioned before, I'm going to keep it a little bit cleaner, but I do push up my beard hair a little bit because I want to maintain the shape of my friendly mutton chops. So I have to keep that line of the hair kind of pushed up so I can always know where the line is. Oh yeah, this is a great smell on this too. Very citrusy, very citrusy. I am enjoying that scent being close to my face. The razor. Let's get started. Oh yeah, this is a really good scent. It's got more of a citrus kind of floral aspect to it that I'm really enjoying. So far, the soap gets points for scent and overall lather build. Pretty good first pass. So yeah, so far I think that it builds great lather, provides a nice glide and protection over the face, which is exactly what you want in a shave soap. The scent is great. Love the scent. Very citrusy. The kind of the musks and the woods are starting to come out as the soap lathers, so I do love that about it. The pretty solid soap so far. And then look at this lather though. I mean, just like marshmallow consistency. Let's see if I can get the background. Sorry. That just mousse-like marshmallow consistency, which is exactly what you want in a good soap. Smells great, provides great protection. So far, this is a winner. Shout out to Adopted Acre Soap Company. Make a great soap. All right, let's do the second pass here. So, I'm a 3-pass person. I like to go with the grain, against the grain, and side to side. This is a good soap, man. And again, like it's one of those things where you can only when you're experiencing it can you give that kind of judgment call about it, you know. Believe me, I've had some soaps that are not so great. I'm not gonna mention any companies specifically, but I've had basically companies that were more more geared towards like the actual soap, like bath soap versus shave soap, and then they tried their hand at shave soap and it just was not a great product. But again, that's neither here nor there. Maybe they got a formula right. Who knows? Side note about the Mula safety razor and the blade. The safety razor is very mild, very efficient. This is just a daily driver type of razor. And versus I used the Parker in the previous video. I had a Parker adjustable with built-in hair guides. And Parker, those adjustable razors have a little more growl to them, a little bit more aggressive, but they really knock the hair down. That's why I love them. That's why I use them. And this lather is really holding. I mean, look at that. So good. All right, third pass coming up. And again, I mentioned in the previous video that I always do the bottom first, just because there's more, I call it real estate, there's more real estate on the bottom part of my face, and then I get the top part at the end. I don't know what exactly the scent notes that I'm smelling in this, but I'm getting some like citrus and white florals. This is a very clean scent. It's got summertime written all over it. Alright, comes the third pass. Yeah, this is a great soap. I'm really enjoying this shave. A mild razor and a sharp blade go a long way. Again, excuse me, I wet my hands and I kind of work that excess lather into my top part just because I don't want to waste any, and it provided some additional glide for me. Kind of like a little base coat there. I'm going to whip up this last little bit. It applied on the top. There we go. And I do this like this so again I can maintain the shape of the chop to get the top and the bottom so I get the good shape that I want. I know this is not a common facial hair accessory or beard style, if that's what you want to call it. But I do have a bit of an old school bone in my body, so I like it. As far as my blades, I have a few different kinds. I can show those off at some point. I think one of my upcoming videos I'm going to do like a, not a review, but just like a showcase of my collection, the soaps and the brushes, the razors, aftershaves, all that good stuff. Kind of show you what I have and what I'll be reviewing in the upcoming videos. Hopefully you're enjoying these videos. Again, I appreciate the feedback of any kind. I'm open to it. Hopefully you're not going to be too harsh on me. But I would like feedback, YouTube. So yeah, this shave is pretty much done here. So I'm gonna go ahead and whip my face, clean my face off here. And then I do this type of pass. Got mixed reviews on it, but I can glide up and down the face with the razor on a wet face. Please do this on a wet face if you're going to do it. Reason being is I think that kind of this motion just helps to eliminate the excess hairs that didn't get caught by the razor. So, actually, I was using that other towel before, but I do have, again, the timeless razor towel. So. Smells pretty good from the previous soap from the Ohio Wet Shavers Meetup. So there's actually two soaps that were exclusive to the Ohio Wet Shavers Meetup. The Imaginarium here, and then the one from the previous video with, that was a collaboration between Barrister and Mann and Sterling Soap Company. Also a great scent. So let's get going on the Allen block. I'm gonna eventually trade this out, I promise. But I have this little itty bitty Allen block that I've used so much of it that it's worn down to the nub, literally. So not too bad on the feedback. A mild razor accompanied with a really what I'll call just a sturdy protective soap provides you with very little stings or zings. Post shave balm. Again, do like a little, about a dime size. Little goes a long way with balms. Yeah, this is a good shave, man. Very refreshing. Nice and close, nice and neat. Just what I like. Close and neat. It's anything about my personality, I guess. Alright. And one of my personal favorite parts of the shave is the aftershave splash. The way it splashes. Let's see if you can get that. I'm going to let this air out a little bit and apply it. Oh yeah, this is nice. Now the aftershave is very citrusy, very clean. Like fresh cut citrus, like the peel. It's got that tart bite to it, which I really enjoy. Oh yeah, that's good. Very natural smelling. Doesn't smell super synthetic. Love that. A little bit of a burn at the end, but nothing crazy. It's a refreshing kind of burn. And then just last sort of step of the process. Again, not every soap company does this, but Adopted Acres has an eau de parfum for this. So just sprays for the camera. Nice good atomizer. Oh yeah, that's a fresh scent. Yeah, that's nice. Very clean, inoffensive, daily wear type stuff. That's a great shave. So, I said I would try a rating system, so here I go with that. Out of 5, because I typically rate it on about 5 categories, which I'll have to refresh myself on a little bit, but quality products, efficiency of the soap, the scent, the labeling, and I guess the post-shave feel would be, and I'll go back to this, I'll get the actual rating system really tapped into and squared away by the end of it, but I'm gonna go ahead and give this a 3.75 out of 5. I think it's above average. I think it's borderline, you know, being like a top-notch soap. I'm not going to give bad criticism for it. I will say the labeling and artwork are not exactly my taste, but that's just this particular one. It's not a reflection of the company. I've actually seen their artwork and it's very good. So just want to make that clear. Not knocking anyone's heads here, nothing like that. So just wanted to be honest and clear, but this was a great shave. It's an excellent soap. It's an excellent aftershave. It's an excellent eau de parfum. It gives you great glide with the razor across your skin, great protection, and the scent is very realistic. I love the scent. I'm a sucker for very realistic scents. Doesn't have to be completely natural, but as long as it smells realistic and quality, then I love it. So again, appreciate any feedback, like, comment, subscribe, and appreciate you coming along with me during this wet shave journey of mine here. So take care, God bless, and we will see you in the next video. Thanks, bye.